You're going to be tested on only basic concepts. We could spend a lot of time on this topic, but let's just talk about what you need to know for your exam. So photosynthesis is a biological process done by plants and some bacteria that captures energy from sunlight to convert CO2 and water into stored chemical energy in the form of sugar, which are carbohydrates. And oxygen, luckily for us, is a byproduct of this process. The chemical formula for photosynthesis is 6CO2 plus 6H2O with the help of sunlight yielding sugar, which is C6H12O6, plus oxygen. If you have watched my cellular respiration videos, then you will recognize that this is the exact reversal of cellular respiration. Pretty cool. Within a plant cell, we have organelles that are called chloroplasts. Photosynthesis occurs in chloroplasts, and you need to know the basic structures of a chloroplast organelle. So we have an outer membrane, an inner membrane, and we have an intermembrane space. And the chloroplast is filled with fluid, and that is called the stroma. Inside the stroma, we have these discs right here that are called thylakoids. A stack of thylakoids is called a granum. The plural is grana. It kind of looks like a stack of pancakes. Now, why is this important? Well, embedded in the thylakoid membrane itself is chlorophyll, which is a pigment. Now, a pigment is a molecule that can absorb light, or photons. Now, this absorption will excite the electrons inside the pigment to a higher energy level, which can be utilized to drive reactions. There's different types of chlorophyll, and they each are capable of absorbing light at a specific wavelength. Chlorophyll is what is responsible for the initial interaction between light and the plant and the numerous proteins that make up the electron transport chain. So yeah, just like cellular respiration, photosynthesis also has an electron transport chain. Okay, so photosynthesis can be broken down into two main parts. We have the light-dependent reactions and then the light-independent reactions. The light-dependent reactions are sometimes referred to as just the light reactions, or they're also called non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Photo meaning light, and then phosphorylation referring to the process of making ATP. The light-independent reactions, on the other hand, are referred to as the Calvin cycle, or even sometimes called the dark reactions. Now, a little confusing, but these reactions don't just occur in the dark. They can occur in the day as well. They're just called the dark reactions because they do not directly need the photons from sunlight to work. As an overview of photosynthesis and to summarize the whole process, please memorize all of this. So the light reactions take place on the thylakoid membrane. The Calvin cycle, or the dark reactions, occur in the stroma. Now, light reactions undergo photolysis, and that's the process of splitting water to make O2, to make oxygen. That's a very common question that you may get asked on. Now, light reactions produce ATP and NADPH. That's its main function. That's why a plant undergoes the light reactions. It's to make ATP and NADPH. Hopefully you remember about NADPH from the cellular respiration videos. So NADPH is a reduced electron carrier. It's been reduced because it has a hydrogen and electrons are added. When it's oxidized, it's NADP+. An easy way to remember this is oil rig. Oxidation is loss of electrons, reduction is gaining of electrons. Now the Calvin cycle is going to use the ATP and NADPH produced in the light reactions and fix CO2 to make an organic product that can be used to make sugars. So you have ATP, NADPH, CO2 yielding carbohydrates here. So all of this is the basic overview of the whole process of photosynthesis, and this is what I want you to memorize.